The US wants Bitcoin to reach $1 million. And I know you think that sounds crazy because doesn't the US hate Bitcoin? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But what we do know is that they currently hold 205,000 Bitcoin, making them the largest Bitcoin holders in the world, only after Satoshi Nakamoto. And because we don't know who Satoshi is, the US is currently the largest known Bitcoin holder. And there's a big misconception about the relationship the United States has with crypto. The US does not want to kill crypto. Instead, they want to kill crypto at the grassroots level. They want to remove native crypto companies such as Coinbase, Binance, Kraken. All of these companies are getting sued. What the US wants is not to ban crypto, but instead have crypto controlled by Wall Street. Fidelity offers crypto services. You could almost be sure that the United States is not going to attack Fidelity. Add to that, BlackRock launched a spot Bitcoin private trust for their US clients. Also, you can almost be sure the United States is not going to go after BlackRock. And this one is big. NASDAQ is launching a crypto custody service in the second quarter. And this is the United States dream, not to ban crypto, but instead have crypto custodied by these major third parties. Because if it's on these third parties, then the US has control. The fear of governments around the world is crypto that is self-custodies, crypto that these governments can't control. But as soon as you put it on a third party, it's no longer crypto. This is why we see politicians such as Elizabeth Warren pushing to ban self-custody wallets and put regulations on DeFi. And you're probably wondering, where did the US get all of this Bitcoin? When did they start buying it? The answer is they didn't. All of this Bitcoin in their possession is from massive asset seizures. With the first massive seizure in November 2020, where roughly 70,000 Bitcoin were seized from individual X, who was linked to the Silk Road. And then on November 9, 2021, 51,000 Bitcoin were seized from James Zhang of Georgia. And this is wild. Authorities found the stolen Bitcoin and cash hidden in a single board computer that was stashed inside a popcorn tin and stored in a bathroom closet at Zhang's home. So he didn't do the best job in securing his private keys. And then on January 31st, 2022, the US took possession of 94,000 Bitcoin from the Bitfinex hackers.
Motherfucking crocodile of Wall Street. Silver on my fingers and boots on my feet. Always be a goat, not a goddamn sheep. Email me, fuck your message at the beep. Beep, beep, beep.
And yes, that's actually one of the Bitfinex hackers. I know that video is a bit outrageous, but it's actually true. And these hackers made a big mistake. They had a file that contained a list of 2,000 virtual currency addresses along with the corresponding private keys, and they stored this on a cloud storage account. And there were accusations that Bitcoin private keys were hacked, which is not true. What actually happened is that these hackers stored the private keys on cloud storage, and then the cloud storage provider voluntarily handed over the data to US officials. So a reminder about where you're storing your private keys. If it's online or with a third party, your crypto is at risk. So currently, the United States is a massive holder of Bitcoin. But why are they still holding on to it? Well, we don't know exactly why. Maybe they'll sell off some of this Bitcoin. But one of the possible explanations for why they might still be holding this Bitcoin is because they made a big mistake in the past. In the past, they seized 144,000 Bitcoin from the Silk Road. They went ahead and sold it between 2014 and 2015 for about $50 million. And today, those same Bitcoin are worth about $4 billion. So they missed out big time. And this time around, they probably don't want to miss out. In addition, the United States may want private money outside of the banking system. For example, they are willing to pay informants in Bitcoin. And these Bitcoin holdings for the United States is just what we know right now. They may own even more. And of course, if Bitcoin goes to $1 million, the United States will make a lot of money and continue being the world power. And you may have heard of Balaji's famous bet, a $1 million Bitcoin in 90 days. I believe this is a viral marketing stunt that actually worked. I've had a few non-crypto friends reach out to me over the last couple of weeks saying, hey, I heard Bitcoin can go to $1 million. So in terms of marketing, it did work. But a $1 million Bitcoin in 90 days is crazy. If Bitcoin went to $1 million in 90 days, your friends, your family would probably be buying $200 eggs at the grocery store. Oh, and one more thing. Instead of Bitcoin, you'll probably need a few guns. If Bitcoin reached $1 million in 90 days, this would mean that the world is broken beyond belief. So I pray that we don't see a $1 million Bitcoin in 90 days. I pray that we don't even see a $1 million Bitcoin in 1 year. However, over the long run, I could see a $1 million Bitcoin. And I'm sure the United States would agree with my stance. They hold a lot of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin went to $1 million, they'd have a lot of money. But if it were to happen so quickly, this would mean that the United States and all these other governments around the world are crumbling to the ground. And it would be in the best interest of the United States to hold on to at least some of this Bitcoin in the event that Bitcoin takes off. Also, in the event that the dollar loses its power as the world reserve currency. In that case, they'll still have some Bitcoin because right now, the US dollar is being challenged by Russia and China. Russia and China want to replace the United States as the world's superpower. They also want to replace the dollar as the world reserve currency. And if you want to learn more about it, go ahead and watch this video right here.